New York City, the Big Apple, also known as the Concrete Jungle. When most people think of New York City, tall buildings, bright lights, and busy streets come to mind. Of course, you can see the obvious richness in those elements, but there's another side of the Big Apple, the side that many consider to be the jungle. The less commercially celebrated parts of New York City, where the true seeds of the Big Apple are hidden. These seeds that I'm describing are the people. Hello, my name is Miguel Garcia, a New York City native. My goal is to explore, find, and celebrate these hidden seeds inside the Big Apple's core. Take this journey with me.
And you say New York City. Welcome to Hidden Apple Seeds. Man, I'm so delighted because today we are speaking to I know and others that know him as an iconic figure in NYC. Mister, can you please tell our viewing audience who you are and where you're from?
Sweet music, man. Harlem, but I put Bronx on my back in them early years of the strip club situation. What y'all know now is nothing of what we knew.
Well, we're going to get into that. Now, coming up in Harlem, how was that in your time?
I lived in the West Side when I was younger, and I was about, I would say, 78. So we moved when I was 9. We moved to Wagner on the East Side.
Okay.
Moved to Wagner. Wagner was different because Wagner was more Spanish oriented. Like that was like El Barrio. But it was El Barrio, if you went 5 blocks, it was all Italian. So I was on First Avenue. So we was on 124, 119th, and 119th down to 112, that was all Italian.
Okay, so can you just tell me a little bit about that? You know what I'm saying? You know, if you being a black man in that area, surrounded by Italians and other races.
Funny story. My real last name, if you take all the sweet music shit off, my last name was Bonelli.
That's right.
So when I came through there, my father used to play numbers. That was his thing.
Okay.
Straight hustle all the time. And he knew a lot of the cats, number takers and stuff like that. Growing up, he got me and my brother a job at his Coleman Reeds. Straight Italians, they was about the Italian business all the way through. Got me a job in there. So one day Marie said, "What's your real name?" So he called me Pop. I said, "Dorian, what's your last name? Can't you get in trouble?" I said, "Bonelli." She said, "Get the out of here." And I literally had to sit there and show her my birth certificate. I had to go to my birth certificate next day and show her, and she was like, unbelievable. She was like, "Yeah, you here with me." And the rest is history. Like, that was the days when if you ran with them, you was untouchable. So to this day, you couldn't tell me if I could fight or not, because I never had to fight. Because it was like, yo, don't touch that kid. Don't touch his brother. Because we went under that umbrella. And no mob ties or nothing in our family, but when we got with Marie, and anybody where I can know this story, because I worked with Marie for like forever, that's where I got my hustling mentality from.
And and I know with you saying that, it seems like you and your brother, you was pretty much somewhat made men.
Yeah. We was raised, we was like 14, 15, selling bootleg cigarettes.
Man,
selling the bootleg alcohol, like the little window, numbers in the back, slot machines. Yeah.
Wow, man, that is so crazy, man. Like, let me tell you, man, what I want to get into is like the reason why we're here.
Right.
And I want to start with your DJ name, Sweet Music.
Oh, man.
Okay, now, how did you come up with that name, Sweet Music?
I didn't.
Oh, please elaborate.
I didn't. My man, God bless him, Dennis Williams, D. Williams, Spark Entertainment, was the one that named me Sweet Music. Because my brother was D Music. When I first came and started doing clubs and parties downtown, I was just providing a sound system. I was on tour. So a lot of the tours I did, they would give us like bonuses. They would like, listen, we're gonna be off for like 4 months. So I'm like, yo, what if y'all keep my bonus and give me all them speakers, give me all them amps? They like, shit. We don't know what those. That's gonna sit in storage. So even the people that didn't give it to me say, yo, just hold on to it for 6 months. That's how I became one of the biggest people in New York, had the biggest sound systems. I was getting arena shit for free. So when I came to the party, I was shaking walls. And at that time doing party, it was like maybe 2 of us out here. It was me and my brother, a kid called AJ, and Mario. Another kid called Carl. That was it. Nobody was doing sound systems at that level. So how we got popular was we had the biggest shit. They was like, yo, 2 little black kids from Harlem got that boom.
Now, you know what? Something like just stuck out. Now, you mentioned tour. So now, who did you go on tour with?
A lot of people.
I mean, are these names you can mention, or?
Yeah, oh yeah, okay. Definitely. Start with Lisa. Let's just do Lisa.
Lisa, wow.
Like,
okay,
that's my little sister. Like, that's my big sister, that's my little sister. Like, yeah, like, Lisa really embraced me. Like, with all the tours I've been on, the reason why I always call Lisa, because me and Lisa became like a family friend. Like, Lisa lived with me for like 6 months, my dude. Like, me and Lisa didn't have days, like, between records, and when she left Full Force, and when she left, let me not say left, when her and Cold Jam broke up, when things changed and the record labels changed, like me and Lisa today, we laugh this story. Me and Lisa used to be in a spot called Bronx Dance Theater. People shop next door. There's times when me and Lisa used to buy 1 Pepsi. We could buy a pizza, and we could split down the middle, 2 cups. And that's how we were eating. And she's not ashamed of it, because those days made us so humble. Remember those days, and the reason why we was taking our money, making records, making albums, trying to build to next level shit. Let's go to the next thing. We ain't gonna wait for no record label. We ain't wait for nobody. We're gonna do our own thing. So money went there between buying equipment, studio time. We would sit there. One plate of pizza, soda. We would split it. And sit there together, eat it, and enjoy it. It was a gourmet meal.
That was so crazy, man, because you went on to make like major moves, and it's actually good, you know what I'm saying, that you can share with me and the people, you know what I'm saying, and talk about your humble beginnings. You know, especially like, you know what, with the R&B act like Lisa, man, you know, man, we was all feeling her, man. So, you know, so I really like that story, man.
Yeah, nah, listen, most of my stories, it comes from something like that. Like, that's one of the reasons why I try to give back so much now. Because I know that it's not have. You know what I'm saying? I know what it was when I didn't have. So my whole thing was like, what if I did have? What would I do with it? My first thing in mind, like, help somebody else out. That's how I'm gonna get my blessings. And what I see now, like, it's times right now where I go through stuff and out of nowhere it get fixed. And I know God did that. I probably did something 10 years ago.
It's that good call.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I try to keep people around me. I just try to keep everybody around me with something. I'm never saying get you a whole bunch, but I can give you something, and you just got to build from there.
No, not just to like touch this topic right here. Like I want to keep it at the whole DJ Sweet Music thing.
Right.
See, like, you pretty much explained like how that came about for you, but I'm gonna tell you like what it meant to folks such as myself and others. Like, when you think of DJ Sweet Music, like, just fond memories come about, okay? Especially, you know, with Bronx being the headquarters, you know what I'm saying, of those fond memories for me. And a particular place, we call that place the Golden Lady, where the legend of sweet music pretty much just took off. And where we are, well, the set is right now, we are actually just like a few steps away from the Golden Lady.
Which is now
a
school.
Which is now a school.
It's
like,
crazy.
Isn't that ironic?
It's crazy. Yo, I still can't believe this. When I drive by, I still be like, yo, I can't believe this is a school now. A charter school at that.
Man, like, that is like ridiculously ironic. And I want to talk about like your start at the Golden Lady. Like, how was that about? Like, when did you start and how long was your run?
Oh man. I started Golden Lady 93. Some will argue 94. I say 93.
Okay.
And we ran that all the way to 2008.
That is an extremely long run.
And when I say I ran that. Like, I controlled that whole building from the DJ booth. Don't let anybody tell you different. I control that entire building. The women, the crowd, the gangsters, the hustlers, the celebrities from that DJ booth.
You know what? Being that you mentioned celebrities, the hustlers, I want to talk about this right here. Now, is there any crazy story that you can share, you know, without incriminating anyone?
Crazy story.
That the people would like to hear?
A lot of bachelor parties.
Yeah, bachelor parties.
That just went crazy. I'll give you bits and pieces. Rasheed Wallace came in here one time.
Whoa, well, we went with the name.
Shut this whole shit down. Like,
okay.
Like he came in here and wanted the building to himself. We closed the building an hour early. Yo, listen, last call for alcohol. Everybody go. Want the building to himself. Pay for all the alcohol, pay for all the girls. Him and his boys did him. This party lasted maybe 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
40 minutes. Him and his boys came in, party, did what they did. It was more money spent in that 40 minutes than we had made probably that whole week.
Wait a minute, so you telling me he brought the entire venue out for 40 minutes?
40 minutes.
Okay, so now can we talk about what took place in the 40 minutes time?
Okay. Not saying that he partook in this.
Okay.
But back in them days, we was, for lack of better words, habitual line crossers.
Habitual line crossings. Did we get that?
So we used to push the limit. Our thing was we want to take it as far as we can go. And a lot of that was me. A lot of that was me saying, yo, let's go the extra mile. Extra mile meaning, how far can I push this envelope? Like at that time, it was just G-strings, breasts out.
Wow, you know what? Just let me piggyback off that. You know, as far as like, you know, the cooperation that these dancers have. Like, what was your relationship with the dancers like?
Oh my God, I was a Pied Piper.
Okay. Okay, you want to elaborate a little more?
I'm still a Pied Piper.
See, I know that. You know, I got a little story in here too. You know,
so let me tell you the difference with me and a lot of other DJs and a lot of promoters. I gave a fuck. That's all it was. I didn't treat them like trippers. You had a problem, came to me, you was real about it, I took care of it. You had a bad night, yo, I'll pay your tipping. Oh, you can't go home, you got cab money, I'll take you home. I cared about them, that's what it was. Like, everybody at that time was like, they're trippers. Fuck. I wasn't on that. I was on something, like, pretty much the way I am now. Like, if I meet you and your vibe is right, we can vibe forever until you show me something different. And that's how I was with them. And what made it so dope is a lot of DJs, a lot of promoters, a lot of club owners never got to know the dancers. That's why they couldn't keep them. That's why they couldn't hold on to them. As opposed to me taking a butterfly or a spider or a silky. We can name the first night. I knew what records you liked. I knew how you danced. I knew how you moved. So what I would do is I would cater the music to them. So let's take a Silky. I would take really like Silk, build around her.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Butterfly. Michael Jackson Butterfly. Me and Butterfly ran with that for about 6 months. Like when that record came on, you immediately identified Butterfly with Michael Jackson Butterfly. So what I started doing, as opposed to just girls dancing, I created a moment. Like with the mic game, starting the record, stopping the record. With a girl on stage, she talking back to me in the booth.
So you had engagement going on.
Engagement. Now, time that engagement, time 30 girls.
You know what? That takes a lot of pimp street. You know what I'm saying? I had to scratch my nose there. You know, to have 30 dancers, like, you know, under your command. I applaud you for that question. Now, you know, this is my personal question. Like, you know, is there a difference between being an exotic dancer versus a stripper?
That's a gray line, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's really about who you ask.
Okay.
Now, with me, I always say there's a difference. Here's my difference. This is just my personal opinion. There's dancers that can really dance, can work the pole, can seduce you without taking nothing off. Then there's strippers get on stage, and before she makes the first pole, or close off. That's the ones that I like to teach. Like, Ma, listen, if you go up there, you show everything, why not give you money? Like, I would talk to them like I was out there sitting there. Because one time I was out there sitting there. If you get on stage, let's say this is the first pole, comes around, okay, on stage right now is Sassy, sits right here, first pole. The record's 30 seconds in, she already took her gown off, her top is already off. What's to watch now? I didn't see the titties.
Yeah, you don't.
Nothing.
You put it all out there.
The exotic dancer is when I come up, know the music. She gonna work that pose.
It's more of an art form.
She gonna look you dead in your face.
Like you're the only person in the room.
Exactly. And she gonna make sure you don't turn around. And when you go this way, she gonna move that way.
Can we keep it right there?
Yeah.
You know, I was a victim of that before here, right? At the Golden Lady, in my high school days, you was on. Like, you was like, there was some bad females in there. And I cannot front. You put an energy in there, all right? This is, I'm gonna say I was graduating from high school. It's about like 90, 95, 96 around there. And you know, I had one of them room dancers, okay?
Oh.
I remember her name. Her name was Alizé. Alizé, I don't know if you remember the name or whatnot.
I know very well.
Let me tell you, man, you know, I got a nice little private dance, and I can't front, y'all. I proposed right after.
Alizé, that was one of the good ones too.
I proposed.
That was one of the good ones too.
You know what happened after that? She said, "Oh, you so cute. That's gonna be $25."
Yeah. That's the game. That's the game.
Man, yo, she had me feel like I was the only dude in that thing.
That's the game.
But you know what? But that's why it was so legendary. You know, like you guys just had structure to what you were doing here. And I'm gonna tell you, like, this wasn't located in the Bronx, but you know what? They did not only cater to the Bronx. Like, people from all walks of locations was coming here and showing love. Like, this is what made it so legendary. You know what I'm saying?
We had shifts. We had shifts. Like, we would have like the after work crowd. And we had like the blue collar guys. Then the hood came in.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was like every day was like three different situations in one. Like, you get the early guys after work come in, want to see a little girl for a little while, get a little lap dance, go home to his wife. Boom, he excited. He's like, okay, I know I can't hit nothing in here, but I'm gonna get as much as I can. I'm gonna lick it up in front of my wife, murder her.
Get the engine going.
Get the engine going, exactly. Then we had the blue collar guys, you know, guys that work 6, 7, want to blow some steam, come with their buddies, sit down, have a drink, take the girls, and go home. Before drug dealers came in, and the hustlers, and came their night. They did what they did.
You know, and just one other question I want to throw at you. As far as pioneering, you know, breaking records in the strip clubs, like, would you give New York City that credit? And this is with all due respects to ATL, you know, and you know all the craziness they do in Miami or whatnot. Salute to them. You know, would you say that New York was on the forefront when it came down to like breaking artist records?
Yeah.
In the strip club?
Yeah, in the strip club. Here? Yeah. Because, let me tell you why. And again, my opinion, we argue this all the time. You know, me and people that's in the industry. Miami always had their own sound.
Right.
Atlanta had their sound. So they did what they did for their artists. New York was that melting pot where I'm going back to the early days. Let me tell you something. West Coast Records, I wouldn't play them. I hated them. My brother, God bless him, Anthony, was like, yo, The first thing I heard, I was like, I'm not playing that shit. Master P. I hated that fucking song. But I ain't gonna lie.
That song was huge.
I put that shit on one night because he was like, yo, stop being a hater, yo. Come on, tell you that shit is it. Because my brother would get high and just listen to West Coast shit all night long. He's like, yo, I'm telling you, you gotta play that shit in the club. Yo, I put that shit on, niggas went crazy. I'm like, yo, people fucking with this? The point I'm getting at is New York was now sitting there taking shit that just came out. Give me that. We gonna break that. New York records, the 50 Cents and all of them. These records was broke as strip clubs. They weren't regular clubs. Think about it. You wasn't gonna play How to Rob and Them Mariah's, the Bar Bet. You wasn't gonna play the Palladium, Limelight. We ain't got broke at. Need a better story. To this day, my man Dow Wright used to work for Jai Records. The nigga snuck me Chris Brown record. Run it. First song he ever had. Slowed it to 15. Snuck me the record. Heard in the headphones. Shit's crazy. Said Sweet with 15 was sweet. I said, nigga, I don't care. He said, Sweet, you gotta put it on. Don't tell me who it is. Went right across the mic. 15-year-old Chris Brown, yo, you gotta hear this shit. I played this record 30 times back to back. We had these red lights in each corner. I kept dropping all the lights. Play that shit 30 times. The point I'm getting at, this is a funny story. And downright, if you see me, I'll tell you. Funniest story. Nigga, I had half of the Bronx listen to that record before the shit got popular. Everybody started playing that fucking record. DJs asking for the record. Some I ain't gonna name because them niggas, they large now, but they know what it really was. Yo, what's that? Yo, that's Chris Brown record. Yo, Jai record. Ain't supposed to be out though. Dow, come every day. Yo, Sweet, what you do to me? Yo, that record supposed to be out. Nah, my nigga. Yo, just don't tell me to give it to me. Got out. I'm the one that had it. I don't care. Record is dope. Playing the shit in the car, booming it. Matter of fact, that's the exit right there. I had an MPV. I would set my MPV right here. I had 4 15s in the back. Boom, 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 boom.